What up, what up, what up? It's K.Honesty, and I'm about to review the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 15, Episode 12. So if you haven't seen the 12th episode of Season 15 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, turn the video off, go watch the episode, come back and watch this video. I am not a public speaker, so I will tend to stutter, pause. You're going to hear me talk like this. I might have to stop and regain my thoughts. All that good stuff. You're going to hear, all that good stuff. All that bad stuff, whatever you want to call it. Anything I say is my opinion. It does not reflect anyone or anything associated with the show. These are my thoughts and expressions. And ain't nobody making me say anything. Ain't nobody paying me to say anything, any of that stuff. What else? Is that it? Oh yeah, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It literally takes less than 4 seconds, and it's an easy and free way to support my channel. Also, I am not a tech person, so I don't know how to make better pictures. So I'm trying to do this review while I still have some light left. It's about to be 8 o'clock, so I'm hoping that I can finish this review before the light go down. If not, you might see me leave the frame and go turn my light on in the room. It is what it is. Hopefully the picture just be good enough for y'all, just to see my expressions. I mean, this is more something to listen to anyway. But I mean, if you're the type of person that like to see expressions when people talking, then that's you the person, you the people I'm talking to. I told you I'd be stuttering. It is what it is. What else? Am I forgetting to say anything? Yeah, I usually have my big water bottle, but I just got off, so I stopped and got me a smoothie. Threw this bitch in the deep freezer right before I started this review, so it's nice and cold. Kind of pissed they didn't have no blueberries, so I had to put peach with strawberry and banana. It's not bad. It's just kind of super sweet. But shit, I paid for it, so I'm going to drink it. Anything else? Oh yeah, I like to grade the episodes before and after my reviews. And I'm going to grade this episode. I want to do A-. Ain't no show's got an A grade from me since like Snowfall Power type. I don't know. It's like on that teeter-totter of A- and B+. I'm going to put it on that teeter-totter because it was a good episode. Everybody was throwing shade. It was like, it was going which way. I didn't even get my MVP of the last episode. I might not get one this episode. I only give MVPs when I feel it. Like, they give me something that make me feel like it's super hilarious. So I'd be like, So, unless I feel that as I'm talking about this review from someone, then I ain't going to do no MVPs. I thought it was a good idea. It's really not. I think that's it. Yeah, last chance. If you haven't seen episode 12, I just be doing this like I don't know what I be doing. Last chance, if you haven't seen episode 12 of season 15 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, turn this video off. Because I'm about to spoil the entire episode, and I don't want to do that for people that haven't seen the episode. Okay? Okay, let's get into this before we lose this light. So the first scene, they show these little mini scenes, but most importantly, Kandi packing up. She headed home. So Candy's no longer with us in Portugal. After last night, the whole situation that happened last night is crazy that she's not even there with them no more. She had to leave on some bullshit. Poor Kandi. Or she came there on some bullshit because she wasn't feeling well. Then she had to leave on some bullshit because Drew tried to say she was a liar. So, poor Kandi Ann. She out of there, though. She gone now, so she good. So, basically the first thing is Monyetta going to check on Kenya. Because, last episode, Kenya bust her ass. And we can laugh about it now because she okay. So chill out when I say she bust her ass. It is what it is. Like I said, she bust her ass. I get it. She's in her 50s, so it's just like when people get that age, they feel like, yeah, something could be broken. But it was just like, girl, you just bust your ass. So Kenya starts telling Monyetta, yeah, Kandi called me last night. Basically saying Drew was calling her a liar, just that and the third. Basically, Drew lying. So Kenya says in her confessional that Drew is lying about kissing LaToya. And Kenya was on that trip, but I found out later from Drew that she wasn't... I ain't found out, but I forgot until Drew brought it up later in this episode that Kenya was upstairs that whole night because she had her daughter, I think. I can't remember what the situation was, but Kenya didn't even come down that night. But they do show a clip of her coming down, so she might have did see something. So we don't know. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to speak for you audience that's watching because y'all be seeing stuff that I don't see. So that's why I can say I don't know. So this was when Monyetta starts to, because mind you, Kenya wasn't there last night neither when they was all in Sheree's room having that slumber party. She had just got back from the hospital. Candy probably didn't want to be there neither, but she missed the whole girls trip being in the hospital waiting on Kenya. So, and plus she had to leave the next morning, so she was like, this is my last little hoorah I can do with the girls. So Monyetta starts telling Kenya about Marlo videotaping the footage of Drew saying that it was a lie and basically saying Kenya was lying, all that. Says that Marlo took the video and sent it to LaToya. And then Candy called Marlo sent the video to LaToya, and then LaToya sent the video to Drew. And then Drew called LaToya, and then Candy called LaToya, and LaToya admitted everything to Candy, basically. So I'm just like, this is a whole back and forth. Then I keep saying we found out. Then I found out later on in the episode, Monyetta was recording too. So it's just like, why you even try to throw the fact that Marlo was recording out there when I found out later that you was recording too, sis? Marlo said in her confessional, Drew probably paid LaToya to lie. And I've been saying that online. I be looking at stuff online about the show and stuff before I do my reviews so I can add on to that. But I don't watch Candy speak on it, and I don't be watching other reviews of the show until after I'm done my review, so I don't have no overlapping thoughts, whatever you want to call it. But I have seen people saying that they think that Drew and LaToya are like in cahoots to say that it was a lie or something like that. But it's like it's too late. LaToya done said it on the reunion that y'all did it. Candy saying that we know Candy don't be lying. What Candy got to lie for? On Drew. So now all of a sudden, Sheree and Drew, they talking like they close when they just had this tiff last episode. So they talking about last night. Last night was crazy until. So Drew tells Sheree she had to talk with LaToya. Oh, excuse me. And she shows Sheree this text from LaToya saying that they didn't kiss. Said that Marlo just wanted a moment by recording the whole situation. So I feel like Marlo recorded that and sent it to LaToya to like basically prove Drew wrong, because Drew was sitting there saying it was a lie. So she probably sent it to LaToya saying, "Oh, LaToya, Drew saying you lying. Like backed it up. Like me, Candy, Kenya, we all said it happened. So like, let us know, LaToya. Tell us it happened, because Drew up here lying." That's what I feel like she sent the video for. Just proof to saying that Drew lied. Where am I? So Sheree tells Drew that Candy called Kenya, and Kenya verified that Drew indeed kissed LaToya. And Drew was like, Kenya wasn't even downstairs that night 2 years ago. And that's when they showed a little clip of Kenya coming downstairs in the middle of the night. So it's like, who knows what she could have saw. But you know, Kenya be, I don't know. Kenya be, I don't know. I have a love-hate with Kenya, just like I do with Marlo. Like, her reads be super good, but sometimes she be having these Karen-like ways that be throwing me off. So Drew's like, I'm starting to see who my friends are. I'm looking at everybody with a side eye. Because Sheree was like, those your friends, Kenya and Candy. Kenya and Candy. I don't know what I just said. Talking about she looking at everybody with a side eye. I'm like, girl, that's how we looking at you. We looking at you with the side eye. Because why you lying? Why you always lying? Why you keep on lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying. Stop lying, Drew. We looking at you sideways now. Because you lying. And there's 3 people that have verified that you lying. Now, Marlo, she lies. So that's one person that you kind of like, But then Kenya, she puts stank on stuff sometimes. So that's kind of like, But Candy ain't got no reason to lie. Candy always keep it a buck. She She ain't got no reason to lie. So Drew said in her confessional that Kenya got a tendency to have opinions on stuff when she has no information on, which is true. But it's just like Drew in this moment, girl, too. Even Candy and Marlo, before they even got the confirmation from Kenya, Candy and Marlo done already said it. So it's just like, girl, but I get where she coming from. That is true about Kenya. She tends to have opinions on things she don't even have no information on. Just like later on in the episode, she jumps into the situation about them talking to Courtney or something, and she wasn't even there that night. And then Drew also says she has no idea why Candy's lying on her. Whole bunch of nonsense. So Sheree asking Drew, like, why would Candy lie? Like, what would she have? What would be her purpose? So Drew gonna say that Candy, Candy want me to be in that movie, so maybe she trying to prep me to kiss her. I'm like, girl, like what? It just brought me back to the whole Portia Phaedra situation. I was just like, girl, no. That's not the narrative you want to try to go with Candy. No. So, producer's going to be messy. They asked Sheree in her confessional, you think Drew is lying? Sheree like, well, we all know Drew is a liar. Now, imagine they supposed to have made up. We all know Drew's a liar. Sheree don't give a fuck. So then Drew was like, oh, me and Candy never worked together, or we fall out as friends. I'm fine with that. I'm like, yeah, okay. The queen of Real Housewives of Atlanta? Okay. You think it'd be cool you fall out with Candy? Then they go back to Kay and Marietta. They, of course, in there bagging on Marlo, calling her a snake. Kay like, she a snake in the trash, in the gutter or something, she said. I don't remember. So this is when Marietta tells Kenya that Sheree, Marlo, and Sonya last night was telling Courtney to beware of Drew, like her cousin. So this is now all the ladies, they meet up, they hop in the Sprinter. So Sheree tells the ladies, I'm about to take y'all to a sound bath. I feel like I just seen that somewhere else on another show. I don't remember what show it was, but I feel like it was on Love and Hip Hop. Yeah, I think I just seen that. But I don't feel like I would like it. If it's supposed to be like meditation wise, I would like something quiet. I need quiet. I don't know. Something that make me fall asleep. And them loud ass bells, that would just have me up. So this is when Courtney says in her confessional that she don't know if Kenya could have a seat with her inflated ass, but she needs to. I said, oh man, Courtney coming in hot. Well, she came in hot. But I feel like that storyline with that beef between her and Candy, I feel like that was just they just wanted to introduce Courtney to us. But it was a bad way of introducing her. Cause like, coming at the OG Candy, like, we off jump ain't gonna like you. So people started to warm up to her after her and Candy made up at the Gucci brunch. So now I was starting to warm up to her. I ain't gonna hold you. This episode, she was kind of funny. I ain't gonna hold you. I probably gotta give it to Courtney this episode because she was like, I might. Let me see how it goes. So this is a moment where I'm just like, Marietta, see, this is why they call you Candy and Kenya's little lapdog and stuff. Because Kenya was like, I want to hear Marietta rap. Go ahead, rap, Marietta. And here go Marietta. Yo, I'm Monty Shaw. Something to start rapping. I'm just like, girl, what? She started rapping. Kenya was like, oh my God, did you just come up with that? That's the shit I be talking about when I be saying the Karen shit, bruh. Did you just come up with that? No, bitch. That shit sounded old. She's like, no, girl, I been wrote that. Sheree, she in her confession, it's trash. She needs to stick to dancing. Said it was a flop. Something she said, I can't remember. So to get to this sound bath, I guess they going up a smaller, skinnier hill or something like that. They got to transfer from they sprinter to the to smaller vans. So van A, we got Sheree, Marlo, Sonya, and Courtney, and then van B has Monyetta, Kenya, and Drew. So you already see how the groups are clicked up. Especially now that Candy gone. Groups definitely got clicked up. So Kenya talking about Courtney. Kenya just don't like Courtney. Just admit you don't like Courtney. You didn't like her because she got into it with your friend when she first got on the show, Candy. Just admit that's why you don't like her. You coming up with this reasoning because she was touching. I mean, I get it, the personal space and all that, but to take it too far, didn't Courtney apologize for it? Just say you don't like her, Kenya. Just admit it. So Kenya in the spring, Kenya is in Van B. Courtney always making this sour face and just start doing like this. She do like this all the time. Doing some little shit like basically trying to mock Courtney. So Kenya asks Drew, did your cousin spoke to you this morning? Like, did you talk to Courtney this morning? I was trying not to cough. And I did it. So Drew was like, oh, well, she said hello. And they showed a little clip of them just hugging. Like, oh, how you doing this morning? Very casual. Very cordial. So this one, Drew's like, I just feel like, she said in her confession, I feel like Courtney's energy is definitely different. And I'm just like, I feel like, oh, man, a cherry fell. Man. Fucking cherry fell. Mid-speech. Now I don't even remember what I was talking about. Let me go back. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So Drew says in her confessional that she feel like Courtney's energy is different now. And I feel like that's the ladies making it. Like, I feel like it's no problem between Drew and Courtney, but the ladies are making a problem between them two. They don't really got no problem. Because later in the episode, Sheree tells Drew that Courtney never says anything bad about her when they around Courtney or whatever. So I feel like it's the ladies making a problem. This episode more so kind of like Kenya. And it's like, girl, you wasn't even there. That's why I was kind of fucking with Courtney this episode. So Kenya tells Drew, Courtney, your cousin ain't riding for you. And here go Monyetta, pick a side or something like that. Like basically yes man and what Kenya's saying about picking a side. And I'm just like, this is exactly why they call you lapdog or emotional support dog, whatever they called you. Because what are you talking about? Pick a side. Because we know you picked yours, but you still trying to stay neutral. But at the same time, you picked your side. But you trying to stay neutral. But every time a situation happens, you always take their side. So the ladies, they arrive to the healing place, whatever you want to call it. The guys start showing them the way. They have a seat. They got to take their shoes off and put their phones on silent, all that stuff. And the sound bath begins. The dudes start banging it. Like I said, I can't with the sound bath. Editors start showing like what they think the ladies are thinking about, basically. Sheree shows her little cute little grandbaby. Sonya, they show her sister. Drew shows Ralph. Kenya shows beautiful baby girl Brooklyn. That's a tongue twister, especially for me. That fucked my tongue up. Again, if I tried to say it 3 times twice, 3 times fast. I said 3 times twice. Hey, I'm high. Anyway, Marlo's supposed to be thinking about Scott Lee. So then the sound bath ends. They asked the ladies what you saw, and Drew's like, I saw my family. Because Sheree was saying she ain't see nothing or something like that. And I'm like, oh, so she ain't see her grandbaby. Marlo's in the confession was like, girl, Drew, Ralph ain't thinking about you. He on the Vegas Strip. He on the Vegas Strip with another woman. Bruh. This is why she hates your ass, Marlo. This is why she hates your ass. She on the Vegas Strip. So this is when they started meditating. That's what I can get into, the meditation, because it's super quiet. I love that. Like, that's what I like. I don't like all that noise. So Kenya, she starts getting emotional. And Sheree like, you good, you good? You can see the tears going down Kenya's face. Kenya was like, I don't want to talk about it right now. You know, she never want to talk about it around people she don't like. So, I got weed on my tongue. I got it. Okay. I don't care. Like I say from time to time, my reviews be as real as I give a fuck. That whole sentence was just fuck, but you understand it if you're a real nigga. So after the meditation session ends, the instructor asks Kenya, like, did something come up for you in the session? And basically Kenya says that she feels that she can help more people, and she feels like her daughter is so special, and she just thank God for Brooklyn. She don't know what she did to deserve Brooklyn. And I ain't gonna hold you, that baby girl, and what we see later on in the episode, later on in the episode, how emotionally supportive Brooklyn is at such a young age. The way her mom called her crying, it was so cute. And her daughter is just so adorable. Like, one thing I say all the time about Kenya, she is a bomb mother. And her baby girl is so pretty. And so cute. And so just everything. She everything. So it's just like, I don't understand where she's coming from. I'm not a mother. But I feel for her. In that moment, she don't know what she did to deserve her daughter, especially coming up the way she did with her parents. And she talked about that in her confessional. Like, although she went through what she did with her mother and being in an abusive relationship, she's just blessed to have Brooklyn in her life, and she's enjoying motherhood and wants to give Brooklyn a sibling. If her and Mark have another baby and it's a boy, that's gonna be super cute. They're gonna be super cute. Brooklyn's gonna be big sis. So the lady started to leave, and Marlo, she was like, that was good for my sleep. I was like, I know that's right, Marlo. That's what I'm talking about. It's good for the sleep. That's what I like. That's what I like, though, for the sleep. That's what I like meditation for. Is that even meditation if you go to sleep? So Marlo shares in her confessional that she only sleeps during the day right now because of the robbery that happened at her house. Apparently it happened at nighttime, so she only sleeping during the day. That's when she get her sleep. So this episode is just basically filled with sit-downs. Ladies sit down to eat, and Sheree, she shares with the ladies that her doctor talked about another way of shrinking or getting rid of some fibroids would be like going to a witch doctor, like a witch, and getting a spell. And I'm just like, okay, what is this? The originals? What is this? Legacies? I'm binging Legacies right now, so that's why I said that. She was like, I wasn't receiving nothing that they was giving. I was like, why even bring it up then? I felt like, because I think they go back home this next episode. Yes, I'm cutting my J because it was bleeding. Got my scissors on deck. I don't care. But I think they leave next episode. But that when she said that, it made me think like she going to like pull a Jackie Christie and have them pop up at a witch place or something without telling them. If you watch Basketball Wives, you know what I'm talking about. But I thought she was about to pull one of those, so I was just like, when she said that, because the witch thing just was random. She was like, she said, I told the doctor, I know some bitches, but I don't know no witches. The ladies laugh at that. So my was like, last night was fun. Sheree was like, until it wasn't. And what blows me this whole episode, when the ladies sit down and they have conversations, Sheree tends to be the one that brings up the drama between the ladies or whatever. Then when they start to get into it, she want to get all upset and storm out or say, y'all embarrassing, all this other stuff. But you keep doing it. You like the ooh, I be stuttering. You're like the Giselle right now of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Just don't end up being that hateful. Like, don't end up making me hate you, Sheree. Really, because that's annoying. That's how that whole Monique and Candace fight started. Because Giselle started it. And then when they played the when they slowed it down and showed the clip at the reunion, it showed that Giselle had touched Monique first, which made her react to hitting Candace because she thought Candace hit her first. So I'm just like, don't end up... I can't stand Giselle, so don't end up like that, Sheree. It's getting dark. I'm wondering if I should turn the light on. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes. So King gets the, what happened? You got the whole lowdown from Monietta. What you asking for? So Sheree starts going into it, explaining about the whole kiss situation. Marlo said in her confessional that she feel like most of this cast are undercover lesbians. She's like, except for Sonya. I don't think Sonya like girls. I was like, okay. Sonya got all sisters. That's probably why. Do they all got? I don't know. I ain't about to go into that. So Marlo gets to telling the group that she sent the video to LaToya because she felt like Drew was lying on LaToya. I was like, that makes sense. He was being messy too, but it makes sense. That makes sense. So Drew's like, you so invested. You invested. So Drew called Marlo out for the recording. Marlo was like, I wasn't the only one recording. Like, Monietta was recording as well. So Monietta was like, well, when it was brought up that we wasn't filming anymore, I put my camera away. So Drew was like, well, that was between me and Candy. She asking Marlo why she insert herself. So I'm just like, so you just going to brush past the fact that Monietta was recording too? No matter what the time she was recording. Is it a rule against y'all not recording while filming? I don't know. So Drew, she smacked the table. I'm about to turn the light on. Put my robe back. I'm about to put my robe around my waist. Because I ain't realize I got these little ass shorts on. Hey, look. I don't be remembering. I be high. I'm all in the frame. You got games on your phone? Anyway. So I was like, why you ain't bringing it up? I mean, why you ain't say nothing about Monietta? But Drew breezes on past that. Asked Marlo, why you insert yourself? Smack the table. Why you insert yourself? So Marlo was like, ooh, shake the table, bitch. She K. Michelle in this bitch. Shake the table, bitch. So Drew gets the, I'll flip the table on you, bitch. Don't try me. That Chicago coming out, huh? I'm from Chicago, bitch. So Marlo like, why you mad? You mad because you lying? So here go Drew. You need to worry about getting your case expunged and them dead hair follicles. Drew was trying to read this episode. She was trying to read this episode. Let me turn my light on. It's bright in here now. And the picture probably gonna look wild as hell. Yeah, the flare from my glasses. That's because the light right behind me. Anyway, hope this picture is good enough. Okay. So this is when Drew says you need to get your case expunged and the dead hair follicles, all that bad shit. Grow back. So Drew and Marlo, they going back and forth, of course. So the women, they trying to stop it. They start chanting the little shit that they got. I don't even remember where they got this from, but it's loving awareness, loving awareness. They start chanting that bullshit. So this is when Kenya gets to Courtney. Do you have anything you want to share with Drew about what was said to you last night? So Courtney was like, no, I don't actually. She's like, I don't actually. Courtney just talks. She just talks so white, bro. It's funny. I don't know if y'all can hear the TV in the other room. They watching it right now. Goddamn Real Housewives. This was a funny episode, though, because everybody was reading. So she was like, no, I don't. I don't have anything to share. If I had anything to share with Drew about what was said to her last night, she was like, I can hear everything. I can hear what everyone's, child, hold on. She can hear everyone and still be accountable and transparent for what she said. That's what Courtney says to Kenya. So Monyetta gets that. I noticed that you guys had a little bit of collusion last night. And I was just like, Monyetta, you got some nerve, man. One thing she got is nerve, bruh. So all the ladies in confessional, they express how they feel about that word collusion. Like collusion. Marlo was like, I don't even think Monyetta knows what the definition is. And then they asked Monyetta in the confession, what does collusion mean? And then Drew looks it up. It was kind of on point. She was kind of on point with the word. So this is when Kenya tells Drew, oh, some of the ladies were talking about you last night. So this is when Courtney and Kenya start getting into it. And Courtney's like, oh, were you even there to know what was said? Were you even there to know what was said? So Kenya like, oh, shut up. Basically tells her ass to shut up. Just shut up for a second. Kenya, that's why I said Kenya be having that nerve too. Like, they're supposed to be beneath her. I get it. You one of the OGs. You was Miss USA. I don't remember. Miss America. Don't get me wrong. I get it, but in this moment in time, you on the same platform as them. So why you trying to act like they're beneath you? You need them for these scenes to make this check. So Courtney was like, what you gonna do about it? Kenya was like, just shut up for a minute. And Courtney was like, I feel like that was the wrong thing to say. I feel like she wanted to say, make me shut up or something like that. But she said, what you going to do about it? What you going to do about it? Yeah, I put wrong response, girl. Yeah, I put that. So Kenya was like, well, I'm not going to fight you. What you want me to put on the gloves and fight you? I'm not going to fight you. So just shut up. So this is when Courtney goes to learn from karma. Kenya was like, I am the moment. Courtney was like, yeah, you the moment of ass busting because you you the moment of ass busting because of your fucked up ass energy. I said, bruh, stop all this. Stop it. You the moment of ass busting. If don't nothing make me laugh harder than that, the rest of this review, I might have to give MVP to Courtney. I might have to give MVP to Courtney. My shit be fucked up. I might have to give MVP to Courtney. So in this moment, I was thinking to myself, okay, at least Courtney had the balls to say what she said to Drew last episode to Kenya's face. Like, karma is, because she started talking about karma is a bitch and all that. And you the moment of ass busting. But then later on in the episode, she tries to backtrack and say that that's not what she meant when she said karma is a bitch about Kenya's falling. And I was just like, oh, Courtney. That's why I'm like, do I give you MVP? I don't think so. I don't think so, man. Ma'am. So Sheree yells, you guys are so embarrassing. And she storms off, fake gets emotional. Courtney and, who was it? Courtney and Marlo, they go after her. So Drew get to watch out for snakes, y'all. And Kenya was like, your cousin's a snake. Watch out for your cousin. Watch out for your cousin. Your cousin's a snake. So Drew was like, oh, she just being puppeteered. So this is when Drew pulls Courtney away. Like, let me talk for a minute. I just want to warn you, cause you know, me and you, we different cause you Ralph's cousin. So she was like, why would you? That's wrong. She starts talking about Marlo being wrong, cause why would you record someone or something like that? So Courtney gets the, well, Marietta was recording too. So why you not mad at Marietta? Courtney was like, what'd she say? Oh, no, Drew, this is when Drew says, we know when Marietta was recording. Like, it make a difference. Recording is recording. And might I add, they acting like these housewives don't be on here recording after filming and all that. It just happened on Potomac when Robin was recording in the car with Candace, and they wasn't filming or something like that. I don't even remember. I just like, and I don't watch the other franchises. I only watch Potomac and Atlanta. So I'm pretty sure other franchises too it's probably been plenty of housewives that had videos of stuff happening off camera, off film, whatever you want to call it. So I'm just like, y'all need to chill on Marlo. They just finding reasons to come at Marlo. They already made their mind up. I mean, I get it, because Marlo be slewing some trifling shit out of her mouth. Allegations and stuff. But at the same time, at this point, she being cordial with y'all, so just let it be. For the show. If y'all gonna do it. Y'all just trying to turn her up. So this is when so Courtney says that Marietta was recording too. Drew says, but we know when Marietta was recording. Courtney was like, I didn't know. Courtney says in her confessional that it's messed up, the double standard, the fact that everybody jumping on Marlo because she was recording, and no one's jumping on Marietta. I love to chew my smoothies. They taste so good. Taste so good. So then they asked Marietta in her confessional, what you think the difference is between you recording and Marlo recording? So then Marietta gets, well, the difference is that she sent it to somebody that wasn't in the group. Which I get it. But at the same time, if they know Drew lying, if Marlo and Candy and Kenya know Drew lying, why not call I don't know what the saying is, but why not call the source? That's the best saying I can think of at the moment. LaToya is one of the sources. If Drew lying, call LaToya. But LaToya already said it on TV, so it is what it is. So this is they asked Marietta that the difference between me and Marlo is that Marlo sent it to somebody not in the group. So this is when Courtney tells Drew, well, I didn't even know anyone was filming at the time. So that's when I realized, well, that means you just going off what Marlo said. Marlo admitted at the table, and when Marlo shared at the table that Marietta was filming too, and other people was filming. But now, you just said you didn't even know anyone was filming. So you're just going off what the hearsay is, just like Kenya is, because Kenya wasn't there. So just like, it was kind of like stupid exchange now. Then they get this quick little, so Drew tells Courtney, beware of Marlo. Be careful of me. You know what you're doing. The feeling that you hurting and bruising. You gonna gain the whole world, but is it worth the girl that you losing? Be careful. That don't used to thump. It still do. Whatever. So then they show this little scene of Sonya fake trying to tell Marlo, you was wrong for recording and sending it to LaToya. I was like, girl, when it's the other ladies, you make a whole big sit down meeting and talk about it. But I feel as though, Sonya, but when it's Marlo, it's just a, girl, you was wrong. You was wrong for that, right? I was like, come on, Sonya. This is why they be calling you out, man. So after that whole little tiff between Courtney and Kenya, they get in the Sprinter. It's dead quiet. They can't get... Sheree's like, we back at the hotel, ladies. They couldn't wait to get out the damn car and head to their rooms. So some of them call their loved ones. No shade, but we know we all here for baby Brooklyn. So super cute. So this is when Kenya's crying. She's like, there's some people here that's not very nice. And Brooklyn's like, I love you so much, mommy. It was so sweet because she just knew her mommy was upset. It was so sweet. I was just like, oh, I just couldn't do that but say, oh. It was so sweet, man. Man, shout out to baby Brooklyn, man. We love baby Brooklyn. Who could hate that little cute face? It's crazy. Your mommy just be doing some wild shit sometimes, but she's such a little adorable little child. Look, you can tell I don't got no kids. I don't even know how to describe, anyway. So, they already talk about it. Marlo, Sonya, Courtney, they meet up in Marlo's room. And Sheree, Monyetta, and Drew, they meet up downstairs. And Kenya. Yes, Sheree, Kenya, Monyetta, and Drew. So, I thought that was just... Well, this is Sheree being the host, so she gonna click up with both groups from time to time. But I thought it was weird that she was down there with them and not up there with her usual clique. The one she rode in Van A with. So this is Kenya talking about Courtney again. She was doing a lot with her hands. Oh, this is when she said she was doing like this. I thought she said that earlier when she said something about Courtney having a sour face. But anyway, she just steady talking about Courtney. But she just got into it with Courtney, so this time it's kind of valid. So they starts to talk about the whole Courtney's karma situation. Oh, what happened? Look, what happened? Yeah, so Kenya says that Courtney tried to pick a fight with her. Look, this is my work shirt, and I wear this from time to time when I'm doing a review. It got a hole in it. It is what it is. I just noticed that job. I be noticing and be forgetting, let me bring it up. Or not. I don't care. I obviously care because I said something about it, but I don't care that much that I'm not going to not wear it anymore again. Look, I be high and just rambling. But anyway. So Kenya, yeah, she talks about Courtney's karma situation. It says that she initially wanted Courtney to say what Marlo said about Drew. She wasn't even trying to come at Courtney. That's what she's trying to say. That's what Kenya's trying to say. And it's just like the way that you come at people, though. The way that you said it to her. Like, Courtney, isn't there something you want to say to Drew? So Sheree, of course, she throw her shade in the confessionals. But she's supposed to be the neutral host or whatever. So she in her confessional. Kenya wasn't even there last night, so why does she feel like she has to insert herself and she just need to admit that she don't like Courtney? I was like, yeah, that's true. She just need to admit she don't like Courtney. That is true. She stopped liking Courtney the first episode because Candy got into it with her. She was automatically like, no. Even if her and Candy made up, Kenya was just like, nope. So this is when Drew tells the ladies that she warned Courtney about Marlo. Who's she down there with? Monyetta. Oh, is Sheree down there? Sheree is down there. So she tells him she warned him about Marlo. She warned Courtney about Marlo. She said she told Courtney about loyalty, like basically if they say anything behind her back, she better not. She better let her know. So this is when they go back. They flash back to Sonya and Sonya and Marlo and all them. And Sonya basically trying to say she in her rights. I don't know. I couldn't really make out what they was really saying in that video recording from the phone. But Sonya says she don't like how Monyetta insinuated they were colluding. So, she probably she does bring it up later. So they go back to Sheree asking Monyetta how she got the info and how she took it to Kenya. So Monyetta was like, well, it just seemed like y'all were getting on Courtney about Drew, and that's what she told Kenya. So Sheree turns and tells Drew, this is the moment she tells Drew, like, Courtney has never said anything bad about you. So that's why I feel like I feel like it's just the cast that's making this happen. I feel like it's the cast that's doing this. So Drew was like, I still don't want nothing to do with Marlo. Of course she don't. So the ladies, they sit down for a meal, dinner. And Sheree orders this drink called the Porn Star Martini. And of course they bring up Martell, and they show a clip of him on the phone with her in the Sprinter talking about they ain't had sex, so that's why he on the phone with no shirt on. I'm just like, why they gotta keep bringing that up? They ain't had sex just as long as they went without having sex. Why we gotta know that? That's what make it seem so fake. The fact that y'all keep saying that. Don't nobody believe it if you keep bringing it up. So they start talking about what they're gonna do for Christmas and stuff like that. And Drew says they going to the Bahamas. So that's when they start asking mad questions to Drew. I was just like, why? I was like, they got Drew on the hot seat, don't they? And she don't care. She just telling stuff. That's what be throwing me off about these housewives. They be like, stay out my business, bitch, or something like that. But then y'all sit here and have convos like this, and y'all know half of y'all don't even like each other, and wonder why they know all your business or why they know some of it. So Kenya, she asked Drew, when the first time you left the country, and Drew was like, oh, it was a year after me and Ralph got married, and Sheree was like, how long y'all been married? And I feel like they setting us up because we know that towards the end of this season, they got divorced. Towards the end of filming this season, they got divorced. So, of course, they setting us up for what's going to happen towards the end of this season with these stupid-ass questions. So, Sheree, like, how long y'all been married? Drew was like, 8 years. And the lady was like, we about to celebrate 8 years. And the lady was like, oh, yay, 8 years. So this when Kenya was like, y'all still in counseling? And Drew was like, well, I am, but Ralph took a pause. She was like, it's a constant journey. So then they show these clips of Drew in relationships throughout the years. Throughout the seasons. Well, years, seasons. Excuse me. So Drew says in her confessional that Ralph isn't continuing to do the work because she says she's sad because Ralph isn't continuing to do the work. And because she doesn't feel like their problems are just going to go away, she's praying that he comes back and has a change of heart about counseling. Which we find out he don't, because we know y'all got the divorce probably found by now. I don't know. Whatever. So you know Kenya, she loves to talk about somebody, man. She in a confessional. Something ain't right with Ralph. But when is it not? But when is it not? So the ladies cheers. I'm thinking it's about to be over. No. Whole other conversation starts. I think that goes into another argument. Where am I? So, like I said, she watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta too. So this is a good episode. Got her commentary in the back too. This episode, this review do not look clear. I gotta get home earlier to do these in the daytime when the sun is hitting my face. My brown skin. And I be going off topic. So, anyway. So, this is when Sonya goes off to the restroom. And so they all order their drinks. And Marlo ordered some type of red drink for her and Sonya. So, Sonya goes up to use the bathroom. And Kenya ordered an espresso martini. I remember that. Or something like that. Something with espresso in it. So she complained about the drink tasting like coffee, too much like coffee or something like that. And she tries to take Sonya's drink. Then Sonya comes out just in the nick of time before Kenya drink it. And she was like, oh, that's my drink, right? She was like, you ordered this? Kenya was like, oh, this your drink? And Marlo was like, that's the drink I ordered for Sonya. It's just Sonya was in her confessional talking about something. Oh, did she just try to steal my drink? I was like, why did they make that such a moment? I mean, she was definitely going to drink it if Sonya came out there a minute later. It'd have been gone. Sonya would just had to order another one. But it wasn't that big of a moment for them to throw that in there for Sonya to say that in confessional. They used to be reaching for stuff. So this is when Kenya asked, anyone checked on Candy? Somebody was like, I spoke to her. She's still on her layover. Sheree was like, she's still upset. And Maya was like, well, she's just confused because she's still awaiting the time that they can discuss it again. So she was like, Candy spoke with LaToya, and LaToya says that her reasoning, that Marlo's reasoning for sending the video to her was to show how Drew really felt about her, about Toya. So Marlo was like, yeah, that as well. She was like, that as well. So this is Marietta was like, you admitted that. It's just like, no, we know Marlo's intentions on stuff. You ain't gotta say it. We know who Marlo is. We know exactly who Marlo is. So this is when Sonya tells Marietta that the whole collusion situation was reckless of her to say, because she was recording too, and then she went back with Kenya with the information about Marlo recording when the whole time she was recording. So this is when Marietta was like, well, I apologize for the wording that I put it. So Marlo was like, well, I apologize for, I don't know what she said in this moment. I rewinded it like 3 different times, and the website I watched it on, it was not, I don't know. I probably should have went back to Peacock to see it. I mean, not Peacock. Yeah, Peacock. But I couldn't really see it. I mean, I couldn't really hear what she said. But it sounded like she said, I apologize for breaking that trust. Boy, nobody trying to hear that shit. Kenya was rolling her eyes. Drew was rolling her eyes. See, here go Marlo. I still want to know who lying. So Marlo don't even care. She on Drew ass. I still want to know who lying. So Drew says that you need to worry about your legal. That's all she keep throwing out there. You need to worry about your legal affairs. If you could pass a drug test. She asked ladies, y'all think Marlo could pass a drug test? Nobody answered, thankfully. If somebody would have answered, that would have made it worse. It got quiet though. So Marlo and Drew going back and forth. Marlo started mocking Drew like, oh my God, look me up. Like this. I hope something don't happen. I can't remember what Marlo was saying. She was like, you can Google that. What I do. I'm in tech, like Ralph is in tech. She was like, tell him to check because I pay my taxes. And Drew was like, do you pay your taxes? So Drew was like, oh, you don't know nothing about my husband. She's like, you need to keep my name out your mouth. Says all that to Marlo. Marlo was like, I live in America. Drusador. That shit, that name was gonna fuck me up. So she's like, I live in America. Drusador. Says her name a couple of times. So this is when Marlo was like, karma was a bitch. And Marietta was like, well, speaking of karma, then they bring up the whole karma situation that Courtney said about Kenya. So Kenya was like, if someone feels that way about me falling and all that, think it's karma, then they're heartless. And Courtney was like, well, you have done heartless things as well. And then they showed these little clips of Kenya like getting upset this season. That wasn't even really compared to the way some other women throughout this franchise. Like, girl, some light shit with Kenya. I was like, these clips, really? What was these clips supposed to prove? Threw me off. I was just like, okay. So they show these clips of Kenya blowing up this season. They did the same thing a couple of episodes ago. Maybe last episode they showed clips of Candy and Kenya blowing up. I was just like, it ain't proof whoever's point was talking about. I can't even remember. Yeah, I was like, it's not really proving Courtney's point, them clips they were showing. So Kenny was like, whatever you saying, Courtney, is some bullshit. And Courtney was like, well, you're some bullshit. I was just like, I don't know. Her comebacks be quirkily stupid, funny sometimes. Courtney's. I don't know how to describe them. So she says, you're bullshit, and everything that you do shows your character, which is pure evil. So they go back and forth a little bit, Kenya and Courtney. And of course, Sheree, calm down. Well, Marietta actually started this one, but a couple of these Jones, Sheree was starting and then try to like act like she wanted to shut it down afterwards. So the last scene is this winery scene. They get to the winery. The guy is pouring them some start wine. Like as soon as they get there, they settle on inside, and the lady guy, whatever you want to call her, she starts giving them a little background on the establishment, whatever you want to call it. They start wine tasting. They on the second one. They go to the third one, all that stuff. So this is when Marlo was like, y'all know I can't hide my facial expressions or do this, that, and the third. So I just received a text from Ralph. And it was weird because I was like, how the hell does Ralph have Marlo's number? No, I was like, why does he have... I ain't even say how. I meant to say, why does he have Ralph's number and vice versa? Because I was like, okay, Drew might have gave... Because I've been seeing people say it online too, that they think Drew made Ralph text Marlo in that moment while they was filming for a moment. I don't know. But of course, Drew probably gave Ralph the number. But it was weird that she had his name saved in her phone. It was weird. She had his name saved, Ralph Pittman. So it was weird. So she reads the text aloud, which basically says, I heard you've been disrespecting and you've been saying disrespectful things about me again, even after I forgave you the first time for the stuff you said and in the past. Just keep my name out your mouth, basically. So Marlo was like, she was like, I apologize, but I didn't think I said anything wrong about your husband. You asked me, what do I do? And I said, I'm in tech like your husband, like Ralph. She said, I'm just going to apologize to your husband, but I'm not going to text him back because he's a man, and I'm just going to send a message through his wife. This is what Marlo says to Drew. So Drew was like, keep his name out your mouth. I was like, girl, keep his name out your mouth. And she had just said that in the previous argument that her and Marlo got into it with. So that's what also makes me wonder, like, did she tell Ralph to call her? To text her? Because I did think that was weird. And then she was so pressed to say it again after she probably was like, make sure you put, make sure you, she probably was like, make sure you put, keep my name out your mouth. So I can say it after she reads it or something like that. So she's like, keep his name out your mouth. She was like, I don't think it's okay for you to be speaking on my husband. So King is like, let's address this in some other time. I was surprised. Because King usually be for it, especially this trip. I thought she was going to be for this. The back and forth with her and Marlo again. But I thought that was funny. I was like, okay. Where am I? Oh, dang. My bad. I just smiled because my little sister just finally picked up her birthday gift that I got for her. And she said she liked it. So that made me smile. Anyway. So Kenya surprised me. Let's address this some other time. And Sheree says in her confessional, she don't know what Ralph Pittman did. And that's what I said. I didn't know what Ralph did neither. I ain't never know what Ralph did neither. So now I find out apparently he's in tech. So Sheree in the confessional like, I didn't know what Ralph did, but why is it a problem that Marlo said that he's in tech? She was like, why is Drew mad about that? So the ladies, they started to drink more. You know, the camera guy started to make it seem like dizzy. Apparently they getting tipsy or whatever you want to call it. So these people, they start coming out playing instruments and like doing some sort of line dancing or what you want to call it, if you will. And Drew was like, "Oh my gosh, they're pilgrims." The producers had to tell that girl, pilgrims don't exist anymore. Like, child. And I thought that was stupid, man. Even I knew that. I thought that was stupid. They are no longer pilgrims, lady. This is why she be slow sometimes. So the ladies, they started joining in on the dancing, of course. And then their confession was expressing about how they felt about this healing trip. Sonya was like, shoot, when what's her name? Courtney get back? No, Drew get back, she got to heal with like 3 different ladies. And Marlo was like, I don't know if this was a healing trip. And they were just saying how they felt about the healing trip. It wasn't really no healing trip for them. What healing happened, what healing didn't happen. And that's how it ends. I feel like, dang, Kenya and Courtney both made me laugh equally this episode. I'm probably going to have to go with Courtney, though. Because You the Moment to Bust Your Ass is hilarious. That was funny to me. I would give her a slight MVP. I don't know. Her and Kenya like tied for me. Predictions for episodes to come? I don't know, but I know we see Baby Brooklyn next episode. And she asked her if she want a sibling. And she's like, I want a little boy. And she's like, you said you want a little girl last week. And she's like, but this baby's so cute. I was like, you so cute. So I don't know. If we get to see Baby Brooklyn next episode, that's cool. Oh, yeah, Cynthia Bailey. I forgot. How could I forget 50 Cent? Here we see 50 Cent popping up next episode and LaToya. All for this little kiss thing. They coming for Drew. They coming for Drew Sidora. Drew is carrying the season. She done had a lot of scenes this season. It's funny because she wasn't even in the first 2 episodes. I remember saying to myself she wasn't in the first 2 episodes. That much, or maybe not at all. I don't remember. But then when she came in like a wrecking ball. But she just on this bitch lying. Who else? I don't know. Is anybody else gonna get into it? We shall see. I don't know. I'm just ready for the reunion. And I really hope they revamp Potomac, man. I'm really hoping for a better season this year for Potomac. Because last season was very trash for me. And I feel like I don't even want to watch it. But you know I still love my brown queens, Candace and Wendy. And I love me some Karen Huger. So I probably have to tune in. But last season, I didn't like them. But we shall see. I'm going off the rails. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for sticking it in with me with this distorted ass picture. Because of the weather. I mean, not even because of the weather. Just because of my time and it's so late. But anyway, thanks for watching this video. Please like and comment below what you thought of the video. What you thought about what I talked about. If I forgot anything. What you would grade the video. All that good stuff. Comment below. And subscribe to my channel. Because I don't just review this show. And, is that it? Oh, yeah, like I said, A- B+, because it was a lot of shade thrown around. Kenya and Courtney was throwing them down. It was full of, I liked it. This was a nice little trip. And the accommodations, the food looked good. The nice accommodations, like I said, yeah, good. The places they went to, good job, Sheree. Even though you was starting shit and then trying to break it, then trying to shut it down. But yeah, thanks again for watching this video. I'll see y'all in the next review. Peace.